The next time we see the 8-sided cage in action, it's going to be in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, headlined by Ragin Iaquinta versus Donald the Cowboy Cerrone. That's a really fun fight. In the co-main event, we've got Elias Theodorou versus Derek Brunson, and beyond that, there's not a lot of matchups that really jump out at me that I really need to pay attention to. So instead of doing a top 3 fights to watch, I'm doing a top 3 fighters to watch that might be flying under your radar for UFC on ESPN Plus 9. Number 3. Macy Chiasson, who fights Sarah Morris as the last fight on the preliminary portion of this event. She won season 28 of The Ultimate Fighter Heavy Hitters in the featherweight division, and then after that she decided to come down to the women's bantamweight division, where she looks really big for the weight class. She puts her length to really good use with long straight punches and some powerful kicks, but she's also really dangerous and violent in close in a clinch with knees to the body and to the face. Plus, she has shown some resilience, like in the fight where she won the Ultimate Fighter by getting out of an armbar, and then some real good tact by switching right into a rear naked choke, where her long limbs play a big role in sinking in these submissions. Only one of her professional fights has gone to the judges. Now, she's only 4-0, but since turning pro, she has competed 6 times, with 2 of them being on the Ultimate Fighter. Both of those fights she won inside the distance before even needing to go to a 2-round decision. She's early on in her mixed martial arts career. She's pretty damn well rounded for being such a young fighter. She has mostly finishes, and she's really exciting inside that octagon. I think that she's worth paying your attention as she enters as a -650 favorite. It's likely that she's going to get another finish on her record. Number 2. Hurricane Shane Burgos, who fights Cub Swanson on the main card portion. This is a guy who goes out there and mostly looks to get in entertaining fights. In fact, 2 of his 5 octagon appearances have been fight of the night. He's only got 1 loss on his record, which was one of those very entertaining fights against Calvin Kattar in 2018, and he's coming off a huge submission via armbar finish over Kurt Holobaugh, where he showed a really good fight IQ. He got dropped by Holobaugh and then immediately snapped on that armbar in the very first round. Most of his wins are via submission, which is surprising to me because I think of him as a powerful striker, mostly on the counter, and he does have a number of knockout victories to his name. The amount of finishes on his record play a part in me being excited for every single fight that he's had in the octagon, including his UFC debut. And that's no different here. Add to the fact that he's got a really good dance partner in Cub Swanson. They're probably going to have a really entertaining scrap. And if he gets past Cub, he might find himself in the top 15 come Monday. So in Burgos, we've got a guy who's highly entertaining, almost always finishes, and has the potential to leap into the rankings after this fight card is over. And I really don't think that you should miss this one. And number 1, Juan the Kraken Adams. One of the main reasons he is here is because he's a young heavyweight. He's 27 years old, and for that division, he's basically a juvenile. He's a kid when compared to people like Alexei Oleinik, Alistair Overeem, Stipe Miocic even, Daniel Cormier. This guy's got a lot of potential, and he's never been to the judges, not as a professional and not as an amateur. Only one professional fight has gone past the first round, and that was his last one against Chris De La Rocha, which showed us that he does have some gas in that tank. He can last into some later rounds, which was a big question going into that De La Rocha fight. He also showed a lot of personality and some microphone skills after his finish on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. So if he gets a couple of victories in the UFC, you put him on that microphone, and he's going to be somebody who casual fight fans want to see in the near future. Everything about this guy, his athleticism, finishing ability, youthful exuberance, microphone skills, all add up to me absolutely needing to turn these prelims on for this early fight. Thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. Please tell me in the comment section down below who you think is going to win the main event of the evening between Ragin Al and the Cowboy. Please give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you for the post-fight show. Namaste.